Okay, funny story. My wife was listening to my podcast the other day. Yes, she does that. And she said, "What's this thing called Whatnot you keep talking about on your podcast? Are you shopping without me?" Yes, I am. I'm cheating on you. It's called Whatnot. It's live shopping with chat, and it's a lot of fun. Look, I coach a lot of people online. I coach people to make money online. Most don't know how to do it. And I have been telling a few lately to go to Whatnot, see what they're doing, and give it a try. If you're a Whatnot seller, you really shine, and your people find you. And that's a big deal because if you're selling online, they need to find you for you to make money, right? And then they become repeat customers because they see your face, not just your logo. Whatnot is the largest dedicated live shopping platform, whether it's beauty, it's collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies. Yep, cookies. Sellers are building real thriving businesses. Anyone can do it too. Some people on Whatnot are selling, get this, 10 times as much as they do on other major marketplaces. And you don't know this, but Whatnot buyers spend more than an hour on the app every day. They're not browsing. That's why they call them buyers. They're buying your stuff. So here's how it works. You go live, you showcase your products, and you earn real income. Search Whatnot, Whatnot, in the App Store, download, and you can start selling right away. So I've been talking about the glasses I ordered from Zenni Optical, my sponsor. Now, I've never ordered glasses online before. I didn't trust it, to be honest. But mine had a scratch, and Zenni was my sponsor, so I kind of sort of had to do it, right? I mean, I can't tell you about it if I haven't done it. So my previous thinking was, prices are too cheap. These can't be good. I'm not going to like them. I'm picky. I take that back. Mine costs about $70, and I can't tell the difference from the $500 pair I purchased 2 months ago. By the way, my wife likes them too. She said they look good on your face, and I want some too. And at about $70 or less, I can buy them. I am surprised, and I'm a customer. Zenni Optical has prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, all starting at under $30. Go to Zenni.com, pick a frame, upload your prescription. They'll ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And Zenni has that virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frames look on your face, and that is very cool and confidence building. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now it's time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out pretty quick, so don't sit on this. Go to Zenni.com/podcast, promo code podcast15. How are you? Well, come on in here. Well, we're getting very close to the weekend, aren't we? And very close to Independence Day, the 4th of July. Talking freedom all week long, and freedom to go out and watch some fireworks and some drone shows and have some hot dogs and some beer and freedom and time.
I need a boost. I need a daily boost. I need a boost. I need a daily boost.
It is the Daily Boost from motivationtomove.com. I'm going to pump you up a little bit, give you some ideas. Sometimes I'll motivate you. Sometimes I'll say, let's go. I don't do that much anymore. But usually my whole goal here is to see if I can get under your skin in a good way in just a little bit, leave you with an idea, make you go, man, that was an interesting way of thinking. If anything, I rely on my way to kind of look at the world through my Scott lens and bring it to you. And most days it works okay. Some days I fall flat on my face. I'll even admit that myself, okay? Good to have you. It is Miss Scott. Try that again, Scott. It's me, Scott Smith. Good to have you. Thanks for stopping by. My stuff is at Motivation to Move, all spelled out, a big word, a little word, and a kind of a medium word, Motivation, TOMOVE. And you can search the podcast library and everything there. I mentioned yesterday I went shopping for a Tesla. I just kind of did. It was on my list to go check it. I got to tell you, 2 things. Can I share this before I go on? First off, if you haven't done it, it's surreal. It's Disney World surreal. They put you in the car, they show you kind of how to drive it, take you on a little ride, show you how the thing works, and then they hand you the key. They say, see you in an hour. And I went, what? And the first thing we did was we said, take me home. We put our address in there, and we let it drive us home and park us in the driveway. We got out, got a drink of water, and I said, here, let's drive it back. My wife said, I ain't driving it. She pushed the button. It drove us back and parked us. It's surreal. Disney doesn't have anything like that. It's amazing. But you know, the sales technique that they gave me was even better. Because they weren't going to take me on a test drive. It was busy. I just dropped in and they said, well, we don't have any spaces today. And I said, but I'm really interested. You sure you can't work it in? And they found one for me. And he said, yeah, let me see if I can find the car for you. I'm looking for it. Hang on, man. And I wasn't even, I was not paying attention. And suddenly he said, come on, ready to go. And he walks outside and he goes, let me find the car. We'll use summon mode. And the car just took off out of the parking space and came over to us. I thought, man, what a way to, the car sells itself. I'm just saying, yeah. When you hear me start talking about stuff like this, y'all go start taking bets of how long it takes to get one. Just take bets. Anyway, let's continue our week. Talk about freedom on a self-driving car. Are you kidding me? Freedom personal freedom. A big thing for me, probably, I mean, it's an overused word. Everybody talks about freedom these days. I'm a freedom entrepreneur. I just am. I mean, I teach people how to do it. I've done it myself, done it now for 25 years here. It's what I do. So now I was one of the first to do it. I was in the Tim Ferriss area when he started up. I was doing the same thing. I didn't do it to make a lot of money. I didn't do it to do a podcast. I did it because I wanted freedom of choice, freedom of time, freedom of money. I wanted all that stuff. And I said, well, I guess I got to do things differently because most people don't have what I have. So I'm just that guy. It's what I do. It's why I work with a lot of people. I say, okay, I see what you do. I got it. I know you're 20 years behind me, but we can still fix it. Let's go do it. So this week is about that. It's about finding that freedom that you want. And you get to define it your own way. To me, as I said a day or two ago, it's simply just having choice. That's it. I don't always have to do crazy things. I don't have to spend a ton of money. But if I can get out of bed and say, you know, I'd rather work out than not, or not work out than work out, or whatever. So we covered a couple areas in building the peaceful base. That solid foundation. If it's cracked, if it has leaks, you have a problem. If it's solid, you can build anything you want to on top of it. That's the stability that allows you to go out and be creative and be spontaneous and do whatever you want to do. That's also the discipline that comes. And a lot of people know this. Listen, a lot of people I'm talking to, most of the people I work with already know that. What happened is they have such a solid foundation already. They've done all the right thing. They're good. But now they can't break free to get to freedom because they're kind of stuck where they are. They don't know how to do it. So most people that I work with, and probably a majority of my audience, already have it. I don't want to make any claims here that may not be right. But nonetheless, we reveal the pattern to get that peaceful base. You figure out how to call yourself a name. And if you want to, you can tell other people what you are too. Don't have to. What I found over time is people figure out anyway. If you're living your life, by the way, and this has happened to me many, many times in the past, and somebody will say, somebody will say to me, Scott, you're not a team player, are you? And I used to say, I'm a team player. Sure I am. I would say that all the time. And I thought, well, that's not how I feel. I am a team player. Don't get me wrong. But there's no I in team, and I'm all about I. Just like you. You're all about I, right? So I just recognize that. I'm a highly capable person. I'm going to lead the team. I'm going to step up. I'm just not a resource that plays on the team. I get out and I help the team win. I see myself that way. So it's not I'm a team player, but I like to play on good teams with cool people. And for the longest time, when somebody would say, you're not a team player, and I say, well, not on your team. And that's well, I didn't say that, but that's whenever I found people that just played to be on the team, just to be on the team, they weren't the rainmakers. They were the 90% of the people who just kept the doors open and closed and the glass clean. The rainmakers, the salesmen in the organization, the CEOs in the organization, the stars in the radio and TV stations all over the country, they would never call themselves a pure team player because guess what? They're the ones that make it happen in their own mind. And isn't that all where it happens? So you see, I'm kind of straddling a line here when I talk about this. Very much so, straddling a line. Okay, let's keep going because I need to go a little further on this.
So good, so good, so good.
New summer arrivals are at Nordstrom Rack stores now. Get ready to save big with up to 60% off brands like Rag & Bone, Levi's, Adidas, and Free People. Join the Nordy Club to unlock exclusive discounts, shop new arrivals first, and more. Plus, buy online and pick up at your favorite Rack store for free. Great brands, great prices. That's why you rack.
In building the peaceful base. Revealing the pattern, naming who you are, clearing the deck. Today, how to design the peaceful base. It's pretty simple. I'll let you choose these items. We've got I believe, a podcast over at motivationtomove.com on the peaceful base. List out the areas, but it's time, it's relationships, it's your body, it's your spirituality. Are you universal or are you religious? What are you? There's a difference, by the way. Have you decided? When you look at that, see if you're okay. Let's talk about that for a second. The religious thing on my daily awareness diary. I say when I started out, I said, who are you meditating for? Or who are you thinking about? I did that. And that's how I started. I was a little scared. And so one day I said, who are you praying for? And things changed. When I said, who are you praying for? You brought the spirituality in. And you know what? Nobody complained. They said, well, you could call it praying or meditating. I said, kind of sort of the same thing, but I'm not even going to go down that road right now because it's not. But you know what happened? See, when I talk about naming yourself and deciding who you are and designing your peaceful base, if you're a universal person, if you're a spiritualist, if you believe in the world energy and all that kind of stuff, that's fine if you want to do that. But you better know what you mean by praying or meditating. If you're a Christian, then hopefully you would know which one it is. You got to know what that is. You can't design a peaceful base. You can't have a spiritual realm or spiritual feeling in your peaceful base if you don't know exactly what it is. I just like to absorb nature. Okay, well, I guess you can describe that, but is that really it? Is that how far you go? I don't know. It's up to you. You get to do it. I know I need more than that. If you don't understand time in your life, if you don't design how you use time in your life, time is going to get away from you. Why? Because it's always running. You can't keep up. Time is the world's greatest marathon. It's the greatest marathon runner on the planet. You will never outrun time. You can try as much as you want to. You'll never get there. So if you don't figure out a way to pace yourself and to make time work for you, it doesn't care. It's not looking over its shoulder. It's not. It just doesn't care. If you don't understand your relationships, and this is a really sticky one because sometimes it's really hard to get a good relationship and you hit walls that you got to deal with. But if you don't hit the wall and work through it, you got a bad relationship anyway, right? So you may as well look at it straight in the face and go, hey, let's take care of this stuff. You got to design your peaceful base. And how do you do it? Well, we kind of talked about it this week. You become aware of what's going on. When you do a daily awareness diary and your awareness level goes up and you reveal the patterns and you realize, man, I don't have any money this month again. Guess what? You don't have a peaceful base. How do you fix it? Get more money and do that again. Yeah, it's kind of the opposite, right? So it's that simple. If you are overweight and feeling out of shape, my guess is your daily awareness diary will reveal that and reveal the regret that you haven't gone to the gym this week. How do you fix the peaceful base in your body? You get in shape, you take care of yourself. A lot of people are like, man, I got a lot of stress, so I drink a lot. It will be revealed in your daily awareness diary if you drink too much. You may not, but if you think you do, you do. It will be revealed. Everything comes out. So then you can look into the things that you like and don't like and say, well, this is what's good for me. This is what I want to do. Then you can design your base so it works and it's solid. And it takes a little bit of time, but you get such a solid foundation. Everything becomes possible when you do that. And I would go so far as to say from a very educated experience, if you don't have a peaceful base, you are just playing with fire.